Now, let's get to this post, okay? Get a little more refreshing drink here. See, I love you. I love us. It's not going to be easy, brothers and sisters. Like I said before, ain't no ships gonna come out the sky. Ain't no little gremlins gonna come out your toilet. You ain't gonna have no special dreams. The solution to our problems is not a divine person. You are a divine people. Your baby might say something to give us an answer that we need. You never know where that answer could be to our problem. Whatever we need is in us, not in some organization or some special individual. It's us as a people. It's about we, not he or they. It's about we, the whole collective. Stop worshiping these suckers. They only want your money. They only want you to clap for them. Feed their celebrity. You should get a shotgun and feed the real celebrity. Blow their brains out. They are no good for you or me. They fake. They ain't no better than an Uncle Tom Dark European Uncle Ruckus Sambo. They the same thing. They're not looking out for your best interest. They're feeding some type of celebrity sickness. I want you free. Yes, we need money. I'm not going to sit around and tell you about how I live. I got 5 cars, 5 houses, all this land, and brag about what is mine is yours. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught me that whatever a brother has, half of it belonged to me. Whatever a sister has, half of it belonged to her sister. So these people talk about, look what I got. Look what I bought. What I got. And I tell you this, many of these people and persons, because they don't understand the reality of the revolution, they are setting themselves up to be easy prey when the Caucasian people finally decide to come down on them. They're already setting themselves up. So all the money, all the glory, and all these things that you're trying to accumulate, this devil can take away from you in the blink of an eye. And the very people you think that really love you, they're going to turn you in. Did not you learn anything from the story of Jesus and Judas? Judas was close to Jesus. He was not a stranger. He was not COINTELPRO. He was not a spy. He was not an agent. Judas was a friend. And Jesus even knew what the deal was going to be. But that's another story. I'm just using that as an example that some of your worst enemies can be your friend. Now I want to read this to us real quick what I wrote. And it's probably basically the same thing I've already said. But, you know, just bear with me. I love being with us. I don't want to keep you long. We have to get real. If you don't want to be real, sit down. Get out the way. Because see, I want to tell us some things, but I can't because you don't tell your enemy, and even some of these knucklehead Negroes, You don't tell everybody everything on video. Sometimes it's best just do what you have to do. And when they find out the hard way. The topic that I've chosen, contrary to popular belief, did you know that you can be black conscious? Did you know you can be black power, but you can still be an Uncle Tom, a Coon, and a Sambo? Yes, these people do exist. When we think about Uncle Ruckus, Uncle Toms and Coons and Sambo, the first modern images that we think about, we might think about Pastor James David Manning, this guy called Tommy Sotomayor, Larry Elders, this fella called Painless Risen on YouTube, and there's so many of them. The list will go on and on and on. And the reason why they are speaking the way they do, because there are no real black power, black conscious people. Because let me tell you something. If you really were a black conscience and black liberation and all these things, there is no way we are going to tolerate these niggas among our people. We're not going to tolerate it. If they're going to talk, they're not going to talk among us, and they're not going to talk to our people. And how you think about that, use your imagination. It's not happening. Those days of Uncle Toms and Coons and Shines messing with our people, disrupting liberation, those days are over. If you want them to be over. But these other people won't do nothing about them because they are black power, black conscious, Uncle Tom, Coons, and Sambos themselves. They ain't no dang better. But your days are numbered. It's time for these people, the descendants of slaves born in America, it is time for you to be free. Now, never do we believe, think, or imagine that such a person could holler black power, Hotep and Ashe. Unfortunately, this is a reality. It is an enemy simmering within us, waiting to strike. Waiting to strike who? Strike those of you and I who are real about this thing we call black liberation. These so-called pro-black persons, they even wish to romance and marry the racist pink people. And they even try to justify this mentality to romance and sleep with the people who caused our problem and who are the enemies of this struggle. Pro-black coons, they brag about the material things that they have been able to attain within a system that oppresses us. They claim to dislike the oppressor, but they have great pride in driving the car and showing off the money that don't have their face on it, or driving a car they didn't have nothing to do with building. It all came from up out of the society of the races, the people that oppress you and me, and they bragging about it. Their ideas of liberation, you see them having no plans of liberation. In fact, they are trying to make a future in the land of the oppressor that they have no intent to conquer. You don't hear them speak about separation. And of course, they cannot speak about separation because mentally, their mind has not separated from the massa. They make no plans to separate. They justify wanting to stay with the massa because they said, well, this our land. Well, if this is your land, take it. If this is your land, then what do you control? And if you can't take it, then you need to leave it. But you are comfortable. They don't want to leave their fancy car. They got a lot of money. They get paid. They make money. They have a loyalty, not to you and me, and our children, our future generation. Their loyalty is to Massa, his fancy cars, his houses, his Disneyland, his Burger King. They are not really interested in liberation. Hiding behind Malcolm X, who was real. Hiding behind Marcus Garvey, who was real. Hiding behind Nat Turner. All our people who was real. They did not have no choice but to be real. Taking up some of these coons, they take up pink people as friends and allies. If I'm going to have a friend that's pink and an ally, you got to prove yourself. I don't care what you talk. That means somebody got to die. I got to see you suffering. And I've got to see that the reason why you died and the reason why you suffer is because you're doing it trying to help me. If you're not seeing that, it's a trick. Just because somebody give you some booty, just because a Caucasian person give you some booty, don't mean they're your friend. They've been raping black people for hundreds of years. This is not the first time they gave a black person some booty. They want your booty more than you want them. When a person is abused or oppressed, it is ludicrous to tell them to be friends and live with their abuser. Unfortunately, a great majority of descendants of slaves born in America, you have decided to follow individuals and organizations that do not represent true black liberation. Most of these people are pretend revolutionaries, but in reality, nothing but slaves who are upset with their massa. They only want their massa to treat them better. If massa treat them better, they have no problem. I want nothing to do with massa at this point. Whether he treats me good or I am done. And we should be done with these people. Don't want to see them no more in life. I could care less about them treating me better. We have been abused and mistreated for hundreds of years. It's time you get a break from them. I don't want to see them on TV. I don't want to hear them on the radio. I don't want to see no pictures of them. Has nothing to do with hate. Yes, it do. I hate my enemies. And those pink people who claim they understand, then you understand why we should feel that way. And perhaps in the future, after all this is over, our children can do just what Martin Luther King said. Little black girls hold hands with little black boys and so and so and so and so. But at this time, with the mentality and mindset of these demons, it's not going to happen. Need to get away from them. Y'all love the racist job that you got. You like his money, his Disneyland. You like his drugs and his porn and his pornography, his liquor. You even like to get in his panties, his jock strap. You like his Xbox and iPhones. You like all that kind of stuff. It reminds me of that old African saying, How do you trap a monkey? You put something shiny in the hole of a tree. And how does that go? Anyway, the monkey reach in to get something shiny. And the only way he can get his hands out, he got to drop the something shiny. But he'd rather, oh wow. But he'll rather, because of his greed, because he wants that something shiny, he will hold on and keep his hands closed and deny his own freedom because he's trying to get something shiny. Oh wow. Woo! Y'all supposed to know all this African stuff and got all this black conscious knowledge. And the Caucasian people give you something shiny. The shiny job. $50,000, $100,000, give you $1 million a year. The iPhone, YouTube, drugs, alcohol, pornography. Give them something shiny, they hold on to it. And they be happy to stay free because they want to hold on to something shiny. You don't think no better than a monkey. And once they catch the monkey, what do you think they're going to do once they catch the monkey? Some people eat monkey. Something bad is going to happen to the monkey because giving the monkey something shiny was a trap. A trap to benefit the trapper, not the trappee. Many of you reject the idea of an exodus because this is your land, but you hold no title. You don't control nothing. Nor will you ask the people to give you a title because you know they're not going to give you nothing. You come up with all these excuses because really you comfortable living with your massa. You comfortable and you institutionalize, and you also are a coward. Y'all cowards. Treating people as you wish to be treated does not mean you have to lay down with them. It is funny that the people have a demented sickness to romance. And it's always the children of the oppressor. How many Chinese people is it? How many Japanese people is it? How many Indian people is it? How many people of other races that's out there? But y'all Negroes always, never fail, you got to have a pink person in your bed, a pink person on your lap, a pink person on your arm. Why is that? It is because you have fallen in love with the abuser. And you suffer so much low self-esteem that pink person give you value. Some people claim that you can have true love with a pink person. And at the same time, over 90% of the time, you in love with this pink person, but as soon as they get angry, they will call you a nigger. And you already know this. It's always there. You love. No, it's not about love. It's an unnatural love. You were brought together. We were brought together with them through unnatural circumstance called slavery. You are the inferior. They are the superior people. If a pink person really was in love with you, I give this as an analogy or an example. If they really love you, if you saw an eagle drop out the sky, out of the compassion in your heart and the love for animals, you would get that eagle and you would help heal that eagle. Then out of love, You have two options. Out of love, you will take that eagle and you will release that eagle back to the wild, because you know that eagle belongs to nature. The eagle does not belong to you. But when you have a selfish love, when you think like a slave master, then not only do you heal, well, in this case, they did not heal us. We are nothing but dark-skinned versions of these people. But if the pink man, if this pink woman really love you, they will let you go to your people. I love you, and I think we could have had something, but this is not the time or the place. You need to go to your people. I can't do it. And I'm doing this out of love. I will miss you, but I can't do it. But the person with a selfish love will take the eagle and put it in a cage and put a leash on it and make a pet out of the eagle. And so the only thing that you are, whether you like it or not, you ain't nothing but a pet to these Caucasian people. Something to play with. That's all. And you know it and I know it. Because we are in an unequal situation. And you were brought together by unnatural circumstance. So when they call you nigger, don't come and complain to me. Because you knew you was a fool when you went in that direction. They are not helping you do anything in this struggle. Are they willing to die for black liberation? Are they willing to die to change the condition of our people? Then when they die, then I would give them their props. I said, wow. That pink person that you was with, they really meant it. They in prison right now, the rest of their life, trying to help the struggle. But you're not going to see too much of that. Because you fake and they are fake too. So why do you want to claim black revolution, black liberation? There is a separation got to happen here. These people, the descendants of slaves born in America, it is time that we get free. All this nonsense got to come to a head. All these black power, black conscious Uncle Tom clowns. And y'all love them. Because you're fake too. That's sad. This is what you want to give to your children. Slavery. And you know better. That's what makes it so more sickening, because you really do know better. But you want somebody else to save you. Ain't nobody gonna save you. You have to do it yourself. At least get the respect. You're not even respected by nobody. All over the world, you make us look like a clown. Nobody respect black conscience and black power. Because you're not carrying yourself as somebody to be respected. You're not doing nothing to be respected. So how do you expect our people to join black power, join black supremacy, join the struggle, and we look like clowns and they know that you're not serious? You only fool yourself. Then you get upset because your little pink friend called you a nigger. It was always there. You are following a gang of materialistic, institutionalized slaves who are comfortable in their oppression, hiding behind the guise of black liberation. They sit around trying to mimic and copy ancient people, having nothing original to offer you. They claim claim that the racist people plagiarize from Africa, but when you look at them, they are nothing but a bunch of black power plagiarists. They always talk about how they expose the crackers, but the only thing they do is sit around and plagiarize and do the same thing that the crackers do. Plagiarize. Ain't a original bone in their body. And the reason why you can't express nothing original, because you feed all your mind plagiarism. Copying and trying to mimic people that you never knew, that don't even exist no more. Bunch of copycats. How can you claim to represent and stand for so-called black power, but we'll actually sit around and try to justify why somebody or yourself marry and sleep with the very children that caused our dilemma in the first place? Or you embrace the teachings of an oppressor to supplement something that you claim came from God himself? If you got something that came from God himself, what you need something, how can you justify, or why would you need to justify that, supplement that with something from the oppressor that caused your condition? These people, they brag about the material wealth that they gain from the racist society that oppress us. They are filled with ego, greed, and arrogance. They all think they talk about, I'm getting paid, get paid. That's all they talk about. Your face is not on the money. It is the racist people that's on the money, and it's the racists that give that money value. You don't. The only thing you can do is try to get some and spend it. You don't give it value. Celebrity seekers. That's what they are. No plans to conquer the races. They have never attempted to conquer the races. They're not making no plans, I can guarantee you, to conquer the races. But they are making plans to make businesses and have a beautiful life in the house of the races. It is sad that in this day and time, brothers and sisters, y'all so smart, but you have been tricked by these persons who have no idea of what black liberation truly is. A bunch of black conscious, black power coons who actually are comfortable living in their oppression. Living in their oppression, excuse me. I'm getting sort of tongue-tied. Throat is a little dry. Pardon me. I'm almost done. I'm almost done with this rant. You got these black conscious, black power, pro-black coons sleeping with the enemy, marrying the enemy, institutionalized black power Uncle Tom coons. They don't want black liberation. They just want better treatment from their massa. A true black revolutionary seeks to conquer or exodus from his oppressor. And when you do that, because once you separate from him, you can concentrate on being yourself and bringing from up out of you original material, not something that you steal from Kemet or what you think some Hebrew Israelites did. The original material, if you are the original man, comes out from you. How you gonna call yourself the child of the original man? How you gonna call yourself the original man and nothing original comes out of you? You copy the races. You copy from Kemet. You copy from wherever, but nothing original comes from out of your mouth. And nothing original can come out of your mouth because you feel your head with plagiarism. So what you gonna do if you became liberated? Just copy what somebody else done, what they did. What's the sense of being liberated? Just to be a copycat, ripping somebody else off, claiming other people's history as your own. You're not capable of bringing into reality your own glorious civilization with your own hands, with your own mind. You got a brain, you can't think like they did in Kemet. You can't think no better than a racist. You can't think, you inferior to those who were in Timbuktu. You just a big old copycat running around here, a professional plagiarist. Black power coons will keep you foaming at the mouth about some people that no longer exist. They lived thousands of years ago. They never personally taught you nothing. The stuff that they give you is fabricated information. What they think the hieroglyphics say. What they think these people, what they believe these people said and done. And as you know, in any language, what a word that might mean something in this language might not mean the same thing in another language. But regardless, these people no longer exist. You foam at the mouth about people that you don't even know. But y'all don't even get along with your mother or your cousins across the street. But you sit around and you kiss ancient people in the ass. And these people are conquered. They don't even exist no more by the very same races that you claim oppressed you. But you want to marry them. And you want to suck their penis and lick their vagina voluntarily when they used to rape us. It is amazing so many of you claim to know so much history. But you have been easily fooled by these people who are clearly not conscious. They are black power, black conscious, Uncle Toms, Aunt Toms, how you say it? Auntie Toms, yeah. Coons and Sambos. That's what these people are. This is why, again, this is why they avoid me. Because I know who you are. You don't fool me. I know what black liberation should look like and what it really is. Nothing these people, and you love them because y'all have become fake too. A bunch of money-seeking coons who have sold the struggle of black liberation out. And many of y'all know that, but you won't support the people who are real. They exploit your hurt and your pain because deep down inside you do want better. And the only thing they want to do is convert you to some religion or some political idea. And these religions and all this stuff that they got going on is directly or indirectly connected to the races. You have been warned about these black power Sambos. You know about them. You need to leave them alone. Do you want liberation for real? Or you want to continue to keep playing this sad and pathetic game? The choice is up to you. Make your choice. And why don't you just confess and admit that you enjoy being an institutionalized modern day voluntary slave? Or do what is real and give your support and join on to those who want to get this job done for real. You've been hollering this stuff for almost 100 years. It makes no sense. It's better to lose than not try at all. You're not even trying. going to church, listening to DVDs and debates, that's not going to do nothing for you. You have to take the proper action in order to get this job done. And just like in Syria, somebody going to go to jail. Somebody going to have to die. And if you're not willing to make that sacrifice, then please shut up and stop bringing embarrassment to what we call black liberation. Because you make it look like a joke to all revolutionaries in history. You make revolution look like a joke. And I can guarantee you, those fighting in Libya, not Libya, Syria, ain't nothing funny. Ain't nobody on the street corner selling DVDs and going to debates. They taking it straight to the enemy. And until you take it straight to the enemy, you will always be seen and known as a joke. But these Uncle Tom Coons, they'll keep y'all living in La La Land. And you'll keep feeding off these delusions and fantasy of what liberation is supposed to be. And you will die a slave. And you will guarantee that your children and your children's children die a slave. Is that what you want? Then you got it. Stop being so fake. With that said, jot down your comments. Let's talk about it. This was a long one, but I love every moment of it. Thank you for listening. This is your brother, Taalik Ibn'rad. This was and is the Reality's Temple on Earth.